One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kentucky's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. He lobs one high down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Let's talk about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous.
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Kentucky. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Dropping back, it's Mack. It's complete to the right. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Young. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Got him downfield. Got room at the 35. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll try the left side. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the air, it's Lowry. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Runs through a tackle. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes that Alabama offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
This is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Scanning the field. It's Lowry. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hale. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hale. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. To the air, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They just keep firing. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Lowry. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Zimmerman. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. on first down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Mack. Finds his tight end. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Makes the catch. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Grab behind the line. It's Green. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll go right back to him. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Zimmerman. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finds his big tight end. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Makes one man miss. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. From the gun, the running back has it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now on second and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 6 over USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Working the middle. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs. Now out close to midfield. To the air. It's Mack. With the catch, it's Adams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got it behind the line. It's Adams. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Back to pass. And that one did not work. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown time! They take the lead with the 6.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's strong. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Cook.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Give to the running back. Spins away from the defense. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Mack. He's got his man across the middle. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes a pass to Marker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. The give to the left side. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Mack. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Hale. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Using the quick game. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working on the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Dropping back, it's Mack. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ballgame to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Here's the handoff. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Lowry. There's the pressure, turning it on. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Caught in the backfield, it's Zimmerman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Big guy smells it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Trying to run it in. Beck's going for the goal line. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the coach.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Mack. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Wildcats. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the... And then... all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll go back to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Gets it out quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man quickly. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. To throw, it's Holstein. That's caught. It's Brandt. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And he's dragged down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the big fellas are on the field as they try to power it in for 2. And he'll pull it out and keep it himself on the bootleg.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Strong. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Try to save as much time as they can. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's taking the deep shot. Comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Zimmerman. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. The sure hands, it's Washington. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm